Welcome everyone to the Lofi Poli Sci podcast. I'm your host, Michael Pickering. That's right, Lo-Fi as in low fidelity, low quality, in your face, messy as can be, global news show. Here we're going to talk about that famous question, what's going on in the world today? And I hope you're ready. It's Messy Monday. Messy Monday's weekend recap will bring you fast-paced headlines from across the globe, and then a piece of humanity to send you on your way for the week. Coming at us from the world of the Associated Press. Somalia's talk on troubled elections fails 2 days before vote. So much going on in Somalia. We touched on it last week. Let's update it and fill in some blanks. So presidential elections are this week. However, because of current global conditions, as well as major security threats from terrorist groups like Al-Shabaab and independent militias in the country, the federal government decided that the people of Somalia will not be voting this election. Instead, Somalia is made up of 5 federal states as well as the independent and autonomous region of Somaliland. These 6 places, well, they're selecting their own voting members, and they will elect the president. However, the states of Jubaland and Ghetto, as well as issues with Somaliland, well, these states are accusing the president of trying to select electors that don't come from a neutral body. Basically, people be thinking the president's trying to stack the deck in favor of winning re-election. And these states here, well, they ain't having it. We're keeping track, and we're going to take a look out this week to see how things are going. Next up, the UK section of the BBC. Uighurs, credible case, China carrying out genocide. All right, people, let's dig into this, because the details are important. This is a legal opinion out of the UK by the Global Legal Action Network and World Uighurs Congress, as well as the Uyghur Human Rights Project. And this is significant for multiple reasons. This legal opinion can now be used by the Parliament in the UK, the government, to bring a filing to the high courts of the country, and accusing in particular China's President Xi Jinping of the intent and the carrying out of genocide against the Uyghur population in China. And these documents cite things like mass detention, forced abortions, forced sterilizations, and the relocating of Uyghur children away from their homes and communities. It amounts to completely wiping out the next generation. This is massive because now the United Kingdom can begin a legal process of actual allegations and measures against China for genocide, though we'll have to wait this week to see what happens. And of course, we'll have to wait and see what China has to say about all this as well. We'll let you know more as we do, Lo-Fi Nation. Now we're off to Reuters and the Middle East and Africa section. Egypt frees Al Jazeera journalist after 4 years in detention. Well, let's dig into this one too. In 2017, Egypt, along with several other countries in the region, completely cut off ties to Qatar and accused them of supporting terrorist groups. Now Al Jazeera, it's a media outlet out of Qatar, and the journalist here that was just released worked for Al Jazeera. Mohammed Hussein, the journalist, was arrested at the end of 2016 for being part of a banned group and for the dissemination of false news. He's been in jail for over 4 years, and get this, pre-trial detention. Yes, that's right. He never went to trial. He was never sentenced to 4 years in prison. He's been in prison for 4 years waiting to go to trial. And I did a quick check over to Reporters Without Borders, an organization that ranks countries by media freedom. Egypt is, in fact, one of the worst places for jailing journalists on the entire planet. Out of 180 countries and territories ranked across the world, Egypt comes up as 166 out of 180. And this story here is just one reason why. Geez, it was a messy weekend, but we ain't done yet. Oh no. Our following story comes from the AP World. Haiti's president alleges coup conspiracy, says 20 is arrested. Man, we just got good news about potential change in constitutional referendums in Haiti. Then, something like this had to happen. So the president claims that starting in late November, 20 people, including a Supreme Court judge and a police inspector general, had attempted to kill him and take over the country. And we have no other details from the president but that. So keep your eyes open and ears to the ground, and let us know if you hear something about what's going down in Haiti. And a last piece of news to send you on your way for the day, the BBC Latin America. Cuba opens up its economy to private businesses. Now this piece, I'm not spoiling much at all. You should check it out for yourself and get all the groovy details. And yes, I said it, and I'll say it again. Groovy. The gist of it, though, the Cuban government has almost completely controlled the economy since Fidel Castro came to power in the early 1950s. The number of sectors in the economy that private businesses were allowed to operate was only 127. And now that list is going up to 2,000, with only a few industries being guarded closely by the government. Now this has the potential for change in Cuba today, and I'll definitely be interested to see how this progresses moving forward. We'll let you know. And that's a brief snapshot of what's going on in the world today. Stay tuned for tomorrow's episode of Tuesday's Top 10. Always remember, Lofi Poli Sci is more than just me. It's the we that we be. Thanks for listening. Stay safe, wash those hands, and I'll see you on the next episode of the Lofi Poli Sci podcast. Pickering, signing off.